were there any other punk bands really, or at least on the East Coast, that were sort of like making their own label to put out their own music that early as Glenn was?
There were other bands in the scene at the time. There was a band called The Mad who were really awesome.
Oh, yeah, Screaming Mad George. Yeah,
the Screaming Mad George. Yeah, the horror effects artist. And I have their 2 7-inches, and they were great.
Phenomenal.
And they're, I think, roughly around the same period, maybe a little later, like 79, 70, 78, 79.
79 to 81?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
I don't know.
I know they were doing stuff in 79. I think the singles that I have are from that era.
You got the eyeball? You got the eyeball? And
yes, I have eyeball.
Fried egg.
It's a great single, yeah.
You know who showed me The Mad for the first time? I had never listened to them. Joe Truck.
He probably saw. I think he actually saw them live. I was too young to see them live. He did.
Speaking of which, we're talking about this guy Joe Truck. Let's go to our picture of Joe here. I've actually seen this picture before. Joe, one of Joe's first. I believe this was Joe's first tattoo. Joe is covered in tattoos now, but I believe he told me his first tattoo was the Crimson Ghost. This is Joe in his Samhain shirt. He was in a band with Damien. Right after Damien left Pete Marshall, right after he left Samhain, years before he would play with Iggy Pop, he played with Joe in a band called the Brain Eaters. Phenomenal band. Night Must Fall. Just really, really great. Oh, I have a question. This is kind of jumping around. Am I right about this? When you were talking about where do you go? There he is. When you were talking about in your article that you wrote, the Danzig article, you used the word unman, which is from Swamp Thing comic books, because Dr. Arcane had this like race of unmen.
You were right.
Yes, right, right. But Joe also wrote a song called The Unman.
Yeah, and you were right. That's where I thought to use that from Joe's song. You were right.
Wow, that's spectacular. That I was able to, come on, are you not impressed?
I was watching your show and I was like, he nailed it. He got it.
Dude, I was dying to know. He's going, The Unman, because I listened, man. Even before I met Joe, I loved those 2 records, man. I love that song Torture Garden. I think is their best song. Love Torture Garden.
They were great live too. I got to see them a bunch of times, and I remember how exciting it was for Joe too when Pete joined the band, because he just brought kind of this instant lead guitar star power to it. I'll add, not to plug my channel, but I have
please plug. What are you talking about? Not to plug. What are you talking about? Plug away.
I have 3 or 4 Brain Eaters live shows that I videotaped up on my channel if you want to see what they were like live.
So we're going to put the link right now. Keep talking. I'm getting the links right now.
Yeah, they were really good. And I believe that they had a second EP that, here's another example of demo type thing. Their first EP was 3 songs and it actually came out on vinyl, but then they recorded a second record called No Room in Hell, which was actually with Pete on guitar.
And that's Torture Garden.
Right. But that didn't come out at the time. It was only
It's never come out. It's never come
out. But Joe is putting it out, and I'm pretty excited about that because it's a great EP.
Can't wait. I'm going to buy myself a copy for sure. Especially because I feel morally obligated to, since I've had this music for a very long time. So there's a bunch of shows. I just put Greg's channel in the comments. I mean, I've had Greg's channel in the descriptions before. Please subscribe to Greg's channel. If you like all the stuff that we're talking about, hold on, I'm gonna pull up the Brain Eaters. As a matter of fact, why not here as we're talking about stuff? I'm just gonna sort of plop that in. So let me ask you this. So let's segue now into, since we're going there. We'll have Joe playing in August of '87 while we no. Stop it right now. Hold on. Here's Joe. This is Joe in Brain Eaters while we're talking, okay?
I think that might be a later version of the band. Yeah. I would go with one of the 86 ones, late 86
Okay,
shows.
I'm putting
only
the
because
86
I don't think Pete's on this particular
Yeah,
show.
let's get him with Pete. Let's get one with Pete. What about September 1st, 86?
That's their first show, and that was before he joined. Try the November one. There's like a November
27th.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This is 2 days after my first birthday. Isn't that trippy? Look at that. I was born November 25th, 1985. And a year later, you guys were was this at CBGBs, of course?
Yep.
World famous. Hold on. So there's the show. Okay. So now let me ask you this question. All right. So first of all, so tell me about how let's see, where is Pete's not there.
Pete's all the way on the
he is.
Stage right, so the left of the screen.
There he is.
There he is.
Wow, look at him. And he's still playing that Iceman that he was playing fresh out of Samhain.
See what I mean? This is like they were awesome live.
Man, I'm so glad that these live shows exist. I didn't check. I should really check. Are there any songs that they played live that were not recorded?
I think maybe just a cover or two, but I don't know offhand if I think all of their material ended up on No Room in Hell, the second EP.
Okay.
I don't think any of the stuff they did with Pete was totally unrecorded, as far as I know. Joe would know better, but I'm pretty sure of that.